Hello, YouTube. Welcome to Factorio Top 10 Quality of Life Mods, brought to you by Yamakara. In this short video, I'm going to be discussing 10 mods to make your Factorio experience be just a little bit easier. All these mods currently are running in version 1.1, so there's no problem with compatibility there. And you can go forward and backwards. So you can clean your factory up, or you can make a factory look just as messy as this. So we want to start with a nice opening screen and show the chaos that can be Factorio, and show you why you may want some quality of life mods so your factories don't look like mine. Let's get into it. Next quality of life mod I'll be discussing is called Waterfill. So as the name suggests, you can fill things with water. As opposed to using landfill, you're now placing water as opposed to landfill. It's good because you can make a defensive setups with it. You can use this for your nuclear, for your pump station. So you don't have to build your nuclear reactor up against the ocean every time. You can build it now wherever you want. Factorio has no way of adding water currently as it stands. You can pump it, you can move it around, but you have no way of adding it. So here you could add little reservoirs to use a pump station for your steam power or whatever you want. It's an interesting mod. It's definitely a quality of life mod. It's probably the #1 quality of life mod if you're looking to make your life just a little bit easier in a Factorio playthrough. Could be a little bit overpowered if you're using it for walls, but it is what it is. So I'm going to use that as the #1 quality of life mod for Factorio. The next mod is called Even Distribution. So I'm sure a few of you have placed ammo into a turret, and at some point it's been annoying because you're dropping stacks of 200 into a turret, but you have this many turrets to fill, and you only have 600 ammo on you. Well, Even Distribution allows you to hold control and click on your turrets, and notice that now every turret has 10 rounds. So they evenly distributed the ammo onto the turrets. So it's called Even Distribution. There's a couple other things you can do with it, but that is by far the most important feature with Even Distribution. So you control, left click, and drag it on, and now everybody has the same ammo. So Even Distribution. Very good mod. The next mod in our list is called Tree Collision. As the mod name sounds, it just prevents collision with trees. So I'm sure you've ran through a forest before and got stuck on every single tree possible. You notice I haven't even really turned. I'm just walking in a straight line, and I'm able to run through the forest. So if you are extremely frustrated with not being able to run through a forest, this mod might be for you. And it's called Tree Collision, as you can just run through the forest freely. You still kind of clip the trees, but for the most part, you're able to just run straight through, which can be very, very, very nice. That's something I definitely get frustrated with in playthroughs. Running through forests like this as you're stuck and trying to go up and down, and then you got to chop a tree down, and yeah. So, Tree Collision. For the next mod, we'll be going to our Factorio Death World series playthrough video and turn the mods on for this. And I'm going to be demonstrating Far Reach. So Far Reach enables you to simply reach very, very, very far in your factory. So I can place stuff pretty much wherever you can see it. If you can see it, you can place it, or you can pick it up. Moderately cheaty, but it's not a quality of life mod. If you're looking to play the game a little more casually, you can just place stuff pretty much as far as the eye can see. So nice quality of life mod if you're looking for something to improve your playthrough if you already beat the game and just trying to spice things up a little bit. For the next mod in the quality of life category, I'm going to be demonstrating the repair turret. Repair turret, there are a few different technologies for this. You just basic upgrade, red and green science, and you go down the tech tree. Repair turret efficiency, repair turret power, and repair turret construction upgrade. So you can upgrade it a bit. But the basic premise of the repair turret is we have a few placed down right here. And as the biters hopefully attack our wall, can see the repair turrets upgrading the wall section. So as the biters are destroying it, the repair turrets are throwing these little green lasers out and fixing as we speak. Not a needed upgrade, but a very nice upgrade nonetheless. And that's called repair turrets. Have you ever unloaded a train before and noticed that the only way to do it is to have multiple inserters going into multiple belts and then feeding into a single belt collection line, and it feels kind of messy? Well, do I have the mod for you. The mod I'm going to recommend for this is actually going to be called Vanilla Loaders. And what it does is instantly fills up a red, yellow, or blue belt, depending on the loader that you have. So here we have a yellow loader. It's going to do 15 items per second. It's going to fully saturate a yellow line. So if I had yellow belts here, it would fully saturate such that yellow line. So instead of using all these inserters, as we had at the very beginning, you can just use loaders. Now, there's different mods that will add loaders and mini loaders. But for the sake of this top 10 quality of life mod recommendation, I'm going to be recommending vanilla loaders. Now, I'm not a huge advocate of loaders because I do like it kind of messy. But if you're looking for a different way to do things that doesn't change or groundbreakingly change anything, it's going to be called vanilla loaders. So very simple, and it does work with 1.1. The next mods I will be discussing are kind of together. There's two of them. They're not even really the same, but they both do the same thing. They're both planners. FNEI and Helmod. We'll talk about FNEI for a second first. FNEI, you have this little drop down that comes right here. It's bigger as well if you want. But you can click here and you have select item or select fluid. Select fluid here. You can go like petroleum and you can click on craft or usage. Craft will tell you how to make it. The different ways that you can make such said petroleum gas. And if you go back to here and if you go usage, it'll tell you what you can make with it. Now, I do have some mods turned on right now. So you're seeing fertilizer. You're like, what's fertilizer? That's just for a mod. We'll talk about that mod later. But for the sake of this planner here, it tells you exactly how to build what you're looking for. So if you're looking for an item, say science pack, and you're a little bit confused on how to craft it, you can click on here and it will tell you how to craft it. Very simple planner, but very, very useful when you're playing more complex mods like Bobs and Angels, C-Block, Pyodons, Yuki Industries, any type of mod like that, space exploration. FNEI comes into play very, very good then. And you can click on different items. You can like processing unit, left click, right click. It'll bring you to different menus and go on from there. So that's FNEI. But on top of that is Helmod. Now Helmod's a little more complicated. It's this big, huge drop down that comes down when you click the planner. There's different things: production line, resources, summary, statistics, add recipe. For the sake of this, we'll just be doing add recipe. We're going to click on yellow science. So we just pulled this yellow science in here. And we'll say we want, let's click here. We want 200 yellow science. So when we got 200 yellow science, it's going to tell us that we need this many assemblers. We can change the assemblers. So we're going to have these ones. We're going to need 1,200 total, I guess. I don't know. I guess it's building everything all the way down the line. But it just kind of plans everything out. I'm not an expert in Helmod whatsoever, but I know a lot of people love Helmod. So if you're looking for something to give you the exact statistics of how to actually build something, that's something you need 200 of these, 66 of those, and 133 of those. That is how you would set it up. I think it's based on the time here or something, how we set it up, but I am not or I guess this is actually the problem right here, the base time we set up. I'm not a Helmod player. I'm more of an FNEI guy, but these two are very, very close hand in hand. So if you're looking at somewhere to way to plan your factory out and you don't want to use an external calculator, you can use FNEI or Helmod. Those are both available, and they are working for 1.1 as it currently stands. So again, if you're looking for tips on how to use it, you can always check out our Discord. I know a lot of people are big advocates of Helmod. Personally, I'm an FNEI guy because I just build more, but different ways to play the game. And these are my two quality of life mods for planning purposes, which I normally don't do. The next mod I'm going to be recommending is called Bob's Vehicle Equipment. With this mod, you have a equipment grid on your vehicles. So you notice the tank has no ammo in it. And we're just driving around, and the tank actually has lasers on it. So if I go to the equipment grid, I have a vehicle fusion cell. I have an energy shield, so the vehicle actually has a shield as well. But the vehicle also has vehicle laser defenses. So you're noticing that there's lasers firing off here. Let's try to charge my shield, I believe, first. But yeah, so we got different weapons and stuff with your vehicles. Kind of a cool feature. There's lots of different options with it, different things you can build. I'm playing in God mode right now, so you can see all the items available. And this is available for different types of vehicles as well. So I have left the vehicle. I could place a cargo wagon down, and the cargo wagon even has a grid on it too. So I could put this here, and we can bring some biters over to this guy. I'm in God mode, so I don't even know where I am. Hello, vehicle. Let me in the vehicle. Won't let me in. This God mode thing's moderately interesting. We can do this. I can place you there and in the grid. Put you there first. Should shoot. Doesn't shoot. Oh, she shoots. It's kind of interesting. So, obviously not working that great. You could do it different ways. Maybe if I put another energy cell in here. But you get the idea. So now it has different ways of defending itself. And you can do that with any vehicles. You can do that with the car. You can do that with the Spidertron, I believe. Different ways of making things work. So this guy also has a grid. Can put lasers in that one too. And off you go. So that mod is called Bob's Vehicle Equipment. Now I won't spoil everything for you. But I'll just tell you that vehicles have equipment grids. And you can put stuff in them just like you can on your power armor. There's also roboports that can go in them as well. Think of the possibilities. Very, very nice quality of life mod. Now the next mod on my list is called Bob's Greenhouse mod. I'm also going to throw on the back of this quality of life mod recommendation is Noxy's trees. So Noxy's trees allows trees to grow. So slowly over time, if you find a forest somewhere, trees will start popping up. So as you kill trees, trees will also pop up very, very slowly. And that's called Noxy trees. So eventually trees actually grow on a map. But the real mod I'm going to focus here on, though, is called Bob's Greenhouse mods. Now, in order to get Bob's Greenhouse mods, you do need Bob's Suite installed in the game. So if you just try to install Bob's Greenhouse mod, it's going to tell you also need something else. But what it does is it allows you to create wood. It's something you can't automate in Factorio right now. You can chop trees down as with bots, or you can chop it down yourself and get a bazillion trees. But there's no actual way to automate trees. And I always figured this is something that should have came with the game. So what you do is you take wood, and then the wood turns into seedlings, and the seedlings goes into a greenhouse. And then you seedlings give you more wood. So it's a positive wood recipe. You don't need wood later on in the game, but I do feel like it's something that should be in the game. It isn't in the game. So Bob's Greenhouse mod answers that. So it's one of the items you can't automate. It feels kind of bad. Sometimes you just want to make a billion wooden hydro poles and you can't. So this way you can. It's also a different source of power if you're looking for that. So this is called Bob's Greenhouse mod, and Noxy's trees will get trees to grow for you. So that's it's more of a something that should maybe be in the game versus a quality of life mod, but I like it, so I'm going to throw it in there. The next mod that I'm going to suggest as a quality of life mod can come off a little bit cheaty. But again, you're playing a single player game or possibly multiplayer, and however you want to play it, it's up to you. It's just some of these mods add options on how to play the game. This mod is called Bob's Adjustable Inserters. Now, I'm a big advocate of Bobs and Angels. I feel like they're a very good mod suite, and I will eventually talk about mod suites in a later video. But as it currently stands, if you wanted to play with it standalone, that's fair. That's fine. So what it does is you have an inserter, and you can actually adjust how the inserter works. So we got the inserter. Now the inserter is actually dropping vertical like that. And eventually you can make the inserters go longer, and you can change out the offset as well. So he should theoretically be dropping onto the back side of the belt, but we changed it to drop on the front side of the belt instead. So you just shift-click on it, Shift-E, but you can also just click on it as well. And you can still copy and paste different inserters to do the same thing. But what this does is just adjust your inserters. Very good in a C block or Bobs and Angels where you have a billion different resources coming out of different buildings and all that. But it's just something fun to play with. So if you're looking for something different, it's called Bob's Adjustable Inserters. And it does, again, work with 1.1. Eventually, there is more options you can get with your inserters. But just to give you a heads up, you can do all sorts of weird stuff with your inserters once you start picking up and dropping long and far. And yeah, it's cool. So one of the top 10 quality life mods, I would say. An honorable mention for the mods that you can have is called Disco Science. You know, these science labs look like they're a little bit more upgraded, and you can see as they're consuming different science packs, they are changing color. It's just a nice upgrade. Doesn't change too much, really. It just changes how the labs look. This is an honorable mention because it is very, very cool to see all your labs up and running. doing some disco science. So as we throw this here for a second and give it a look, kind of cool. It looks definitely better than the vanilla labs. So honorable mention, disco science. So hopefully you found this quality of life mod video interesting. If you did, be sure to like, comment, subscribe. If you didn't like any of the quality of life suggestions or you have some other suggestions, you can always throw them into the comments. We also have a Discord where we also communicate and talk about different Factorio things, share maps, do some playthroughs together, whatnot. So if you're looking for some Factorio related content, always feel free to check out the Discord below. Information should be below in the information there. But hopefully this will help your factories grow. So one day, you too can stand up against the biter horde and liberate your own planet. Until next time, this is Yamakar, killing biters since 2018? Question mark. Until next we meet. Ciao for now.